Hey guys, Kevin Yates here. Just a quick video today just to talk about what to do if you've hit a plateau where you're not losing any more body fat or the pounds aren't coming off. You know, maybe in the beginning when you started working out, the first month or so you were doing well, you were losing pounds and inches, and then it kind of started to creep to a kind of a slow crawl, and then eventually it hits a stop, right? To where you're doing the same things now that you were doing then that helped you lose the weight, but now nothing's changing, right? So it could be really frustrating. And so I just want to share a few things that you can do to help jumpstart that whole fat loss process back in, kind of kickstart it for you, okay? So here's one thing we want to look at. First and foremost, if it's ever a matter between exercise or diet, look first at your diet, all right? So I'm assuming that you are already working out, right? You've been working out, and that's not an issue, all right? In that case, instead of just going harder, trying to ramp up the workouts, look at the diet first. And the reason why is simply because it doesn't matter how much working out you do or how hard you work out or how long you work out, how many calories you burn. It doesn't matter if your diet's not right. If it's not right, you just can't, as the saying goes, you can't out-train a bad diet. You just can't. So first and foremost, look into the diet. Try to identify any differences. What were you doing before when you were getting results that you're not doing now? For example, sometimes we start slipping up, right? We allow maybe a little bit more snacks or things that we shouldn't be eating. We kind of tell ourselves maybe, it's only a little bit, so it's okay, or as everything in moderation is okay. But then what happens is we get a little bit, and then the next day we get a little bit, and then a couple days later a little bit. So these little bits by themselves don't amount to much, but over the course of like several days or weeks, they become a lot, right? They all add up. So just identify, are there things that you're slipping up on? Are you eating out more now, maybe, than you were? Maybe you're just eating too much food overall, right? Have you just started eating more than what your body really needs? Is there certain types of foods, maybe that your body's not doing well with, all right? So just kind of look for what's different now. Take an overall big picture look at your diet and find it in there. Next thing we want to look at is something that's really not talked about often enough: digestion. So really this has nothing to do with calories in versus calories out, because that's all weight loss seems to be boiled down to. All the experts will tell you, just eat less and move more, but honestly it just doesn't work that way. And if you're going through that frustration, you know it right now. You were exercising and you were watching probably what you're eating, and you're doing the same things now pretty much, and nothing's happening, right? It's not just diet and exercise. There's more to it. Digestion is huge, and here's why. If you're eating anything that your body doesn't digest well, basically it just kind of, it sits in your digestive system and it just backs you up. It's like a clogged sink drain when you got the hair stuck in it and the water won't go down. So it starts to happen. And then so every time we're eating, we're just kind of putting food on top of the food that's already in our stomach, and we keep getting backed up. So what happens is you start to put on weight because you got undigested food in you, and then you're putting on inches in the wrong areas, and that's why. The problem is that we just assume that we're like getting fat, when really it could be a digestive issue. So real quick, some ways to know if your digestive system's not doing well, if the foods that you're eating are not agreeing with you, is to pay attention to how you're feeling about 30 minutes to about an hour after you eat something, all right? And pay attention to things like how your stomach feels. So if anything with like gas, bloating, abdominal cramping, pain, things where you got to go to the bathroom like really bad and it hurts, things like that will let you know that your digestive system is not liking what you put in to your body. So you can always trace it back to what you ate last if you pay attention to that kind of stuff. So look for things like that. When you eat something, it should feel like you should feel light in your stomach. It shouldn't feel like it's weighing you down or just sitting like a rock in there. Okay? So the last thing to look at then is very important: energy levels. So again, a lot of times, you have to look at how exercise is affecting you, how your everyday life is affecting you, what kind of stress are you dealing with, either at home, in relationships you have, at work, right? All these different stresses affect our energy levels. It affects how we sleep. and it affects then the quality of our workouts. It also affects whether or not you can lose weight, because if you're constantly feeling like you're run down, you might be really, really tired or having a lot of fatigue. In that case, if you're dealing with that like day to day and it's constant, that's a sign from your body letting you know that really what's happening is there's so much energy going out. And for you to be like doing a lot of hard workouts at this point is going to be counterproductive, because you're making your body spend energy that it's already in like this energy debt. It's like a credit card debt, and you just don't have money to spend anymore, right? You're going deeper and deeper in debt. So what happens there is your body's just trying to slow down all the energy that's going out. It's trying to recoup it and save and build energy back in. So what happens is your body starts slowing everything down, like metabolism slows down, right? If it has to, it'll slow down your thyroid function, which is what governs and regulates your metabolism. So it's almost like the harder you start working, then the harder it becomes to lose weight, because your body's just fighting it. So in this case, what we have to do is understand, what's a productive workout, and then when to back off. So if you're just exhausted, a lot of times it's just getting some sleep, getting some good rest, taking maybe a little bit of time off from the workouts and letting your body recover some energy. And you'll be surprised, because once your body starts recovering energy, things start picking up back to normal. Your body starts functioning normally, and then you watch your weight will start to drop, right? So those are just 3 things that you could do. So again, think diet, digestion, and energy, or DDE, and try those things and really pay attention to them. And I'm sure that's going to help start kickstarting your fat loss results. All right. So if you have any questions, post them down below. In the meantime, I will be talking to you soon. Take care.